Hi, my name is Patrick. These are series of videos where I tell you and try to help you with regards to how to analyze cat mocks. Small parts of what is important while analyzing cat mocks. One such concept is marks per minute. I mean that helps in analyzing mocks, helps to develop a strategy for yourself and maybe track your improvement over a period of time. Right. So we do conduct classes for CAT and your entrance exam. This is videos for people who have started writing the CAT mocks. Marks per minute. If you look at marks per minute, basically it's a similar concept of time taken per question. I mean, understand that time is a constraint in the examination. So you have limited time. So you need to maximize the score in that given time. So time is constrained. So you have to try to figure out how much marks you get every minute that you solve any type of questions. And that will help you to gauge in terms of, okay, where you going in the right direction or not. For example, I'm just giving an example. You take 4 questions of jumble para, okay, or 3 questions of jumble para. And let's say you spend 10 minutes on it or 12 minutes on it. So jumble para takes time, you ensure that you try to get right. And from the 3 questions, you only get 1 question correct. So you spend 12 minutes to just get a 3 marks. Is it worth it? I mean, if you look at it as 40-minute paper, okay, you may end up just with 13-14 marks. Is that sufficient? So you need to look at it. I mean, it may be sufficient for a person who is very weak in verbal and are not showing a double-digit marks, but it could not be sufficient for a person who is maybe aiming for a little higher in terms of verbal. So that means you need to analyze whether, using the concept of marks per minute, whether it is sufficient with regards to it. So to maximize the score, we need to maximize the marks per minute because the time is a constraint. In a given time, if you can maximize the score, it could definitely help. And this is specifically useful in the verbal section. I mean, it helps to identify which area you need to prioritize, which area you should, helps to build strategy in the verbal section. Okay, let's try to understand further how to use marks per minute. So calculate, I mean, what is your type, every type of question like RC, parajumbles, whatever type of questions that are, try to find out how much marks you get at a time that you spend. And then try to find that marks upon time, what is the ratio which is there. Technically, wherever you get more marks per minute, that is a strong area. Wherever you get less marks per minute, that is a weak area. That's how you go. I mean, you could do this for DI and logic set also. I mean, for DI set, how much you take marks per minute, logic set, how much you take marks per minute. Only problem in DI and logic is there could be a lot of variance in difficulty level, and that could change it a lot. Okay, now this will help you to form a strategy. So whether you should solve RC first, or whether you should solve para summary first, or what should you solve first? What will help you on that? Normally, the questions that you leave should have the minimum marks per minute. I mean, when you calculate your marks per minute, whichever area that you get minimum marks per minute, you leave. A lot of people, I feel a problem is that they tend to solve theta question, not realizing that theta also takes time. I mean, people solve parajumbles and waste a lot of time on it, though they go wrong. They say, anyway, there's no negative marks, so it's okay if I go wrong about it. But no, you're wasting your time. Time becomes important. And because time is important, it's very important to look at marks per minute as a criteria and not whether it's a theta question or non-theta question. So every type of question, figure out the marks per minute and decide your priority. Which should you solve first, which solve second, which solve third. Change your strategy and see whether it helps you improve your marks per minute in different sections. Sometimes maybe in some area you may score higher marks per minute if you solve initially. And maybe sometimes in some question you may solve higher marks per minute if you solve it later. You only realize if you keep on, practicing and going about experimenting with it. Okay, how to know the areas to improve for practice? This will also help you. I mean, the areas where you spend more marks per minute or where you want to improve your marks per minute, you can maybe focus on those areas and try to improve your time. That also helps. So identify areas which you need to practice and try to improve your score. I hope this helps. I mean, the whole concept of marks per minute is quite interesting. Try it out, see if it works for you. See it if it helps to develop your strategy, and that should help. So every mock, maybe the broad areas which you feel are important, you can try to find marks per minute and see, figure out. Most of the mocks normally give you a time that you take per question. Use that to try to analyze your mock. Now this is one part of one way of or one concept in terms of analyzing mock. We'll come up with different concepts that will help you basically with regards to analyzing mock and improving the score. Thank you.